everyone, welcome to Medicine for the Soul. I'm Sarah. This is the final part in the Gentle Core series. You don't need any props. Let's get started. Welcome. We're going to begin in a comfortable seated position. You can close your eyes. We're going to take a moment, as usual, to just transition into our practice. Transition onto our mat. So close your eyes, sit nice and tall, roll your shoulders back and down, zip your belly button in towards your spine, creating a nice long spine. Crown of the head reaches for the ceiling. Push your chin back slightly. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. See if you can rock side to side a little bit and find your sits bones. Get grounded here. Let's just take a couple breaths in and out through our nose to get started here. And you can flutter your eyes open on your last exhale. Let's bring our hands to our knees and come into some seated circles. So working with your own breath, we're going to come down, around, and up in one direction. Getting our core ready for our final part in the series. Waking up our lower back. And let's do one more in this direction and bring it in the other direction. Breathing in and out through your nose. Let's do one more in this direction, or let's do two more in this direction. And come back to an upright position. We're going to inhale, right arm up. Bring your left hand to the mat as you reach over to the left and gaze right. Nice deep breaths into your side body here. We're going to be working it today. And come back to center. Inhale, left arm up. And reach over to the right and gaze left. We'll be kind of combining all of what we've worked on so far and maybe adding a couple new things. And come back to an upright position. We're going to move on to our backs. And give your knees a nice squeeze in towards your chest. We're going to practice our pelvic tilts here. So on the in-breath is when we have that neutral spine, slight curve of the lower back, neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale, we're drawing our hip bones together in our mind as we tilt our pelvis. And come back to center or back to a neutral spine on the inhale. And exhale. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, belly button to spine. Inhale. Exhale, drawing opposite rib to opposite hip. Relax your shoulders. I always tense my shoulders here. Continue at your own pace. This is a slow movement, a very mindful movement. Let's do one more here. And come back to a neutral spine. And you can bring your heels in a little bit closer to your bottom. We're gonna kind of do this same movement, but we're going to lift up into a bridge, inhale at the top of the bridge, and then exhale, roll our spine back down into a neutral position. So let's inhale, exhale, pushing all the way up into a bridge, squeezing your glutes. Inhale at the top and exhale. See if you can articulate your spine one vertebrae at a time down to your mat. Sometimes mine just feels like one big thump. Other days I'm feeling a little more flexible. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, push up. You can continue pelvic tilt here if that is more accessible for you. And exhale, slowly coming back to your mat. One more time. And give your knees a nice squeeze. And grab the backs of your thighs and roll up to an upright position, or however you get there is fine. And coming onto all fours for cat-cow, hips above your knees, shoulders above your wrists, fingers spread nice and wide, chest beaming forward. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, gaze forward. Exhale, arch your back, tuck your tailbone, and gaze towards your belly button. Inhale. We're always filling that space between our shoulder blades. Exhale. Push the mat away from you. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And now coming back into your neutral cat-cow here, zipping your belly button in towards your spine. Nice strong core. We're going to extend our left leg back, reach your right arm forward, and lift your left foot up off of your mat. And we're going to do our swivels. So let's inhale out to the side. Exhale on the way back. 2 more. Inhale out. Exhale back to center. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And back to the mat. Same thing, different side. Extend your right leg back. Reach your left arm forward. Filling the space between your shoulder blades. A nice strong core. And lift your right foot off the mat. Inhale out. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And back to the mat. Now we're going to extend our left leg back again. You can keep both hands on the mat this time. Lift your left foot off of the mat, keeping a nice strong core, pushing the mat away from you. We're going to lift our leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back to the mat. While we do these leg lifts, we want to avoid this kind of movement where we're dropping our belly. That's the easy stuff. We want to keep our core nice and stable, nice and still. So let's extend our right leg back, lift your right foot off the mat, pointing your toes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back to the mat. And we're going to do that again. we're going to do 2 different types of lifts. So extend your left leg back again, lift your foot off the mat, point your toes, and lift 1, 2, keeping nice and stable, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bend your knee, and we're going to pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to the mat. Right side, extend your right leg back, lift your right foot off the mat, pointing your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend that knee and pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to the mat. Let's take it into child's pose. Bring your knees out, reach for the top of your mat, push your seat back towards your heels, and bring your forehead to the mat. A couple of deep breaths here. And come back up onto all fours. Not quite done yet here. We're going to stay in this position, except we're going to lift our leg out to the side, keeping it bent, trying to keep our core as stable as possible. So really the only movement we want is coming from our hip, our leg. And so let's try this on the left side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you can do it, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to the mat. Right side for 10. Ooh, my hip just popped. 9, 8, push that mat away from you. 7, 6, belly button to spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to the mat. And now extend your left leg back, lift it up and over to the right side, and gaze over your right shoulder at your left foot. Nice side body stretch here. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And bring your left knee back to the mat. Bring your right foot back. Lift it up and over to the left side and gaze over your left shoulder at your right foot. And bring your right knee back to the mat. Let's inhale, tuck our toes. Exhale, push up and back into downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet out here, wake up your hamstrings. You can shake your head out here. Take this time to give yourself some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose, kind of reset. And let's inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee towards your left wrist. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee through center, keeping your belly button zipped in towards your spine. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right knee to your right wrist. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right foot to the mat. Give yourself a couple pedals here. And let's inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to your right wrist. Inhale, up and back. Exhale through center. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left knee to your left wrist. Inhale, up and back, and bring your left foot back to the mat. Let's wave forward into a plank. Inhale here and lower down on the exhale. Coming into Sphinx, giving our abdominals a nice stretch here. Toes are pointed, pelvis pressing slightly into the mat, head coming out of your shoulders here. And lay your palms flat on your mat in front of you. And breathe in and out through the nose. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. And one more breath here. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, up and back into downward facing dog. Let's do 3 more deep breaths here. 1. 2. 3. On that exhale, bring your knees to the mat. We're going to come into tricep push-up. So we want to bring our hands out a little further than right underneath our shoulders. Knees to the mat. You lift your feet up off of the mat. If you'd like, you can put a blanket underneath your knees. So nice, tall, long spine here. We're pushing the mat away from us. The space is, filled between our shoulder blades. Belly button tucked in towards your spine. So on the inhale, we go down, and on the exhale, we push back up. We want to use our breath on the way back up. So let's inhale, keeping your elbows close to your ribs. Exhale. Come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Let's come into a child's pose. Bring your knees out to the side. Push your seat back. Forehead to the mat. Really reach for the top of your mat. Imagine your tailbone reaching down towards the mat in back of you. And lift your forehead, come back up onto all fours. We're going to thread the needle. Give our shoulders and arms a nice stretch. So inhale, right arm up. Exhale, thread through the back of your left arm. Bring your shoulder to the mat. And breathe. We used our arms a lot today. We used our glutes too. Whole body workout, but very core focused. You need your core for everything. And let's bring your right hand back to the mat. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, thread through your right arm, shoulder to the mat, and breathe. And bring your left hand back to the mat. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, push up and back into downward facing dog for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Bring your knees back to the mat. Kick your left or your right foot out to the side. We're going to come into a side plank. So bring your right hand to the center. Come onto the inside of your left foot. So this is a supported side plank. And reach your left arm up. You can come into a full side plank if you'd like, if that's in your practice. Belly button in towards your spine. You can gaze up towards your left hand and breathe. One more breath here. And left hand back to the mat. Come into a regular plank briefly. And then bring your right, wow, mixing up my lefts and rights. Your left knee to the mat. Kick your leg out to the side, coming onto the inside of your right foot. And reach your right arm up. And breathe. And right hand back to the mat. Coming back onto all fours. Tuck your toes. Bring your knees a little closer together and then tuck your toes. And we're going to sit back onto our heels, coming into toes pose. Giving our feet a nice stretch. Our toes need love too. You can close your eyes here. Sometimes this is a little bit uncomfortable. Very necessary. Let's roll our shoulders back and down, sitting nice and tall. You can close your eyes. And give yourself some nice deep breaths. And while we're here, you can open your eyes. While we're here, let's take our right arm across the body, grab your right shoulder, and gaze over to the right. And switch sides, drawing your left arm across your body and grabbing onto your shoulder. And release. You can come forward onto your hands and tap your toes out. And we're going to come onto our backs again to end our practice here. Let's hug our knees in towards our chest. Maybe rock side to side if that feels good. And keep your right knee hugged in. Extend your left leg down the mat. And bring your right knee over to the left side. Right arm out to the right and gaze right. And come back to center. Hug your knees in again. Extend your right leg down the mat and bring your left knee over to the right. Nice neutralizing spinal twist. Left arm out to the left and gaze left. One more breath here. And coming back to center, hug your knees in towards your chest. Keeping your knees bent, shine the soles of your feet towards the ceiling. You can grab the outside of your feet or ankles or shins, coming into happy baby here, rocking side to side. One more deep breath here. And exhale, release your feet down to the mat. Coming into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. You can extend your legs down the mat. You can come into a constructive rest pose, keeping your knees bent, feet flat on the mat, whatever works for you today. And lift your shoulders off the mat and kind of squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit and then rest back on your mat. This helps to open up your chest. Keeping an open chest during Shavasana. You can bring your arms down by your side, palms facing up, or you can have one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Let's close our eyes. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, your toes, your knees, your forehead, your tongue. Taking some deep breaths in and out through your nose to settle in here. Letting your practice sink in. Knowing that core work is not about how you look, but how you feel. When you feel stronger, you feel better. And getting stronger prevents injury. All good stuff. Let's take one more breath together, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Shavasana. And begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Come onto your side, keeping your eyes closed. Inhale here and use your exhale to push yourself up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Nice deep breath here. And bring your thumbs to your third eye. The light in me recognizes the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today and for this whole series. Keep doing it over and over again, and it's all about building strength. I'll see you soon.